Hello everyone, it is time for our Bible reading. Today's reading is taken from the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verses 31 to 51. I will be reading from New International Reader's Version. I read, "During the night, Pharaoh sent for Moses and Aaron. He said to them, 'Get out of here, you and the Israelites, leave my people. Go, worship the Lord, just as you have asked. Go, take your flocks and herds, just as you have said, and also give me your blessing.' The Egyptians begged the people of Israel to hurry up and leave the country. 'If you don't,' they said, 'we'll all die.' So the people took their dough before the yeast was added to it. They carried it on their shoulders in bowls for kneading bread. The bowls were wrapped in clothes. They did just as Moses had directed them. They asked the Egyptians for things made out of silver and gold. They also asked them for clothes. The Lord had caused the Egyptians to treat the Israelites in a kind way, so the Egyptians gave them what they asked for. The Israelites took many expensive things that belonged to the Egyptians. The Israelites traveled from Ramesses to Succoth. There were about 600,000 men old enough to go into battle. The women and children went with them, so did many other people. The Israelites also took large flocks and herds with them. The Israelites brought dough from Egypt. With it, they baked loaves of bread without yeast. The dough didn't have any yeast in it. That's because the people had been driven out of Egypt before they had time to prepare their food. The Israelites lived in Egypt for 430 years. Then all the Lord's people marched out of Egypt like an army. That happened at the end of the 430 years, to the exact day. The Lord kept watch that night to bring them out of Egypt. So on that same night every year, all the Israelites must keep watch. They must do it to honor the Lord for all time to come. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Here are the rules for the Passover meal. No one from another country is allowed to eat it. Any slave you have bought is allowed to eat it after you have circumcised him. But a hired worker or someone who lives with you for a short time is not allowed to eat it. It must be eaten inside the house. Do not take any of the meat outside. Do not break any of the bones. The whole community of Israel must celebrate the Passover. Suppose an outsider living among you wants to celebrate the Lord's Passover. Then all the males in that home must be circumcised. After that, the person can take part just like an Israelite. Only circumcised males may eat it. The same law applies to Israelites and to outsiders living among you." All the people of Israel did just what the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. On that day the Lord brought the Israelites out of Egypt like an army on the march. May the Lord bless the reading of His words. Amen.